Nice to meet you. Okay, so our screen here. Oh. Go to Zoom and put in that video. I feel like you into the room. I'm just here to look. All right, should I make you a co-host?
Good morning, and thank you everyone who's joined. If you could please go ahead and put your name and what local unit you're representing into the chat for me, please, so I can take attendance.
Put my key in your pocket so you don't lose it, please. Oh, I did just what you didn't want to happen. What's that?
Thank you again for everyone that's joined us a little early so we can do attendance. If you could put your name and your local unit in the chat box for me. We will be starting at 9.
I'm not working. Can I like? And it's no password. It's the Wi-Fi is yes. You guys.
Hi, I see a question about Sarah Sampson registered for this event. She can go ahead and re-register and they'll resend her out a link to go ahead and get on in if she needs to. No, she can just go ahead and do the virtual registration through the link. She does not have to pay again. All right, for anyone who's joined, please go ahead and put your name and local unit in the chat box for me. I am taking attendance, so if I'm quiet, that is why. Appreciate everyone's time and patience. For those who are just joining us, please put your name and your school in the chat box for me, please. Thank you again. For those who have just joined us, please go ahead and put your name and local unit in the chat box for me, please. I have a Brandy on the call. Can you please put what local unit you're from, please? Thanks, Elena, for putting that in there. Also, could you please identify your breakout as you enter the room? You can do that by changing your name. Next to your name, just put what breakout you would like to be put into for the first breakout. Hi, Becky. There will be several breakouts during the first session. We have a total of 5 during the first breakout. It will be reflections, DEI, advocacy, member hub, and parliamentarians. I'll type that in here in a second. If you could go ahead and rename yourself and include what breakout you would like to be put into, that might make it easier as we transition during that section, please. Thank you. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. It would be one breakout for now, and then we'll announce the second breakouts here shortly as well. Yes, please just select one breakout for now. These are your morning breakouts, and then shortly after we'll post your afternoon breakouts. The afternoon breakouts include bylaws, president, treasurer, secretary, membership, and family engagement. Good morning to everyone that's just joined. Please go ahead and put your name, your local unit in the chat box, as well as rename yourself with the breakout that you would like to attend this morning. This morning breakouts include reflections, DEI, advocacy, NIFR hub, and parliamentarian procedure. Thank you everyone for your patience. We should be starting here in about 6 minutes. Please go ahead and put your name and your local unit in the chat box, as well as what breakout session you would like to go to first this morning. We will be starting here shortly. For those who have just joined, go ahead and put your name, local unit, and the breakout that you would like to attend in the chat box. The breakout sessions will start at 10:30.
Morning and welcome. Oh, am I supposed to move?
No, you're good.
Okay. Welcome and good morning. PTA advocates, 13th District PTA Fall Conference will come to order. We have a full agenda today with the 13th District PTA Fall Conference and the Cherokee County Council PTA School of Information. So let's get started. Leading the Pledge of Allegiance will be Scott Steinbrenner, the Vice President of Cherokee County Council PTAs. Scott, would you please join us at the podium? Will everyone please stand? Our flag is right here.
Feel free to join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Scott. And everyone, you can be seated. At this time, the chair calls the secretary to the podium to provide the information on quorum at this meeting from the standing rules for 13th District, and if quorum is established, Madam Secretary.
Thank you, Madam Director. Georgia PTA Standing Rules for 13th District, Article 3, District Conferences, Section 4 reads, voting delegates present at a district conference representing at least 15% of the total local units in the district shall constitute a quorum. As of this date, there are 36 total local units in the district. 15% of the total number is 5. Registration and checking this morning has determined that there are over 5 local units in the 13th District PTA present at this fall conference. Madam Director, a quorum is established.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. The chair would like to recognize some very special guests to introduce the 13th District Board members. First, our special guests. Let's see, we've got. Oh, Ms. Hagan. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, so we have, what chair is she?
Membership.
Membership chair. Mrs. Metellus with membership is here with us today. And I know that Dawn Stansky will be joining us later this afternoon, but she's not here with us at present. And we also have Irene Barton. At this time, I would like to introduce the District 13 PTA board members. When I announce your name, please stand to be recognized. I myself am Brenda Page. I'm the district director. I'm also the River Ridge High School treasurer, and I'm serving as a chairperson for CCC for special education. My assistant director is Carlotta Scott Hooper. She is not here with us today. And then we have our treasurer, Catherine Shook. She is also the PTA Council, Cherokee Council PTA co-president. And then we have my secretary, Latrice Bray, and she is also the president of Etowah High School PTSA. Our parliamentarian, if you could please stand, is Donna Kasecki. She is also a member of the newly formed National PTA Family Engagement Committee. And Lori Burton. Oh,
She's
not-
outside.
Is she coming?
Yes.
Okay. Lori Burton. She's the co-president for Cherokee County Council PTA. Thank you to all of our board members. We certainly have 2 great years that are coming up of service for you. Our main focuses and events will be sharing information to local units about special education, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and increasing the number of newly charted local units to our 13th district. There's going a huge thank you to all of the vendors who will be joining us this afternoon. After the conclusion of both workshops, we will please be sure to visit with our local vendors from 12 to 1. So now that you know who we are, we would like to know who you are. So if you are a first-time person at a fall conference or at a school of information, would you please stand?
Whoa.
That's awesome. Thank you. Are you a teacher or an administrator or principal, if you wouldn't mind standing? Okay, that's all right. Thank you for all of your support and all that you do for our students and families and our schools. The agenda for this fall conference was distributed earlier in your folder. If there is no objection to the agenda, if there's no objection, the agenda would be approved as presented. Hearing none, the agenda is approved as presented. The chair, let's see. The next item of business is reading the approval of the minutes from the district spring conference dated April 27th, 2021. Madam Secretary.
The minutes from 13th District PTA Spring Conference dated April 27th, 2021 have been posted at this fall conference and are also posted in Member Hub for all attendees to read. Has everyone had an opportunity to read over the minutes? Madam Director.
Is it the direction of the delegates to have the minutes read? If there are no corrections, the minutes are approved as presented. Thank you, Madam Secretary. The next item of business is the treasurer's report. Madam Treasurer.
Can you please go to the next slide? So the treasurer's report. District is super easy, y'all, because we don't write a whole lot of checks, nor do we actually deal with a whole lot of money. So you really can't see it on here, but the treasurer's reports are posted in Member Hub in the District 13 Member Hub. Okay, so 2 Member Hubs. District 13, the treasurer reports are put in there. So we had about $1,000 last year. 5 checks were written. So that left us 5 checks, and those were for 5 student scholarships. So District 13 at the end of the year does student scholarships. We had 5, well, they had 5 applicants and 5 winners. So 5 $200 checks were written. That left us with a total of $818.59. We have $818.59 in our bank account since June. There's your treasurer report.
Is there a motion to adopt the 13th?
Or do I need to go into the budget?
Not
Sorry,
yet.
my bad.
Not yet.
Nope, okay.
Is there a motion to adopt the oh, no, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was right. Okay, let's move on to the budget, to the proposed budget. We are,
No, I need to adopt the
the audit.
audit.
Where's the audit? Oh, the audit is also in the Member Hub 13. The District 13 Member Hub in files. Okay, so in those, and so that the audit, we came back. We didn't spend a lot of money. We wrote 5 checks. There was a few missing signatures, some things missing, but that is fairly typical in an audit, especially during a COVID year when everybody lives in 3 different places across the county. So that's pretty typical. Nothing, I mean, we don't have money. We have $800.18, $818.59. So there we go. That was the audit.
Is there a motion to adopt the 13th District PTA audit report for the fiscal year 2020, 2021? And a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the audit report for the 13th District PTA for the fiscal year of 2020, 2021. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The audit report for the 13th District PTA for 2020, 2021 is approved. Madam Treasurer, now this is your treasurer's report, which we've already done. So
We did.
can we go ahead and adopt that?
Budget, yeah, sorry. So let's adopt the budget. So we have $818.59 in the bank account. We are donations. So our goal is, hey, nice to see you. I just recognized you. So we're hoping for about $1,200 in donations that will go towards scholarships. That's the goal. We are at fall conference. Ta-da! And then we have spring conference coming up. We are planning on registration at $2,000, and then we have vendors at $500. So that would be our total income of $3,700. We have the normal PTA operating expenses with insurance, audits, bank fees, supplies, training, postage, all of that stuff. We have expenses of the fall conference of $50. And then spring conference, we're going to spend about, hopefully less than 1,000, but 1,000 on food. We have those awards, do those reports, people, so we can give you awards. We have those, we have decorations, and then possibly a rental, but we will see. That brings us to a total of $2,375 in expenses with a carryover into the following year of $1,325.
Is there a motion to adopt the 13th District PTA budget for 2021, 2022? Is there a second? It has been moved and seconded to adopt the 13th District PTA budget for 2021, 2022. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted, and the 13th District PTA budget for 2021, 2022 is approved. The 13th District Treasurer's Report will be filed for audit. Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Next on the agenda is announcements. The upcoming reflections is going to be virtual, and it is due on October the 15th, correct? And we also have the Special Olympics Awareness Day, which is also on Friday the 15th of October. Please remember that all PTAs must file their respective 990s either at the end of October or mid-November. 13th District PTA invites all local PTA leaders to donate to the scholarship that we were just discussing. We were hoping that each unit could possibly donate $15 towards the scholarship fund. The payment the ability to pay for this $15 is on our member hub. And lastly, there is a request for committee chairs to serve on the 13th District PTA board. If anyone is interested in serving as a committee chair on the PTA board, please feel free to contact me. Looking for chairs for the following committees. I would like a membership chair for a legislation chair, a communications chair, and a new charter chair. I did want to announce that we had Anita come in. She's with our state board, and I apologize that she wasn't here when I announced her earlier, but would you mind standing? She's our first vice president for the state of Georgia. So if there are no other further business and without objection, this meeting is adjourned at
9:15.
9:15. All right, thanks. I do need to. At this time, it is my honor to introduce our special guest speaker, Irene Barton. Irene's bio was included in the brochure that you received. Irene?
Bio looks so official. I'm going to take that home and show my husband and say, see. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Okay, I feel like I have to get my mean mom voice out, so. I am Irene Barton. It was so great to see so many folks stand up when Brenda called for if this was your first time visiting. That's what PTA is all about, bringing in the next generation. I feel kind of old looking at you all, but I do have extensive PTA experience serving at local council, district, and state levels. And our younger child graduated from high school in Cobb County in May, woohoo! And so we are empty nesting, and I totally thought, that's it, I'm gonna retire from PTA. Nobody needs me. And then I have the fortune to be very friendly with Dawn. And Dawn presented me with an opportunity to be more of an advocate for mental health across the state. And I could not say no to Dawn, and I could not say no to that opportunity. So in my working world, I'm the executive director of the Cobb Collaborative, and we are part of the Georgia Family Connection Partnership, a statewide agency that works to improve outcomes for children and families across our state. Trivia, how many counties are there in Georgia?
15.
159. If I had a prize, I'd give it to you. But so there are 159 collaboratives across Georgia, and you have one in Cherokee. It's Cherokee Focus. We all do different things because we are responding to the issues that are most pressing in that community. Because what's happening in rural parts of our state, think about broadband, and access to mental health and physical health care providers. That's different than in the metro area. So my nonprofit, the Cobb Collaborative, we embarked on a mental health campaign. We had some seed money from our local public health department in late 2019, not knowing what was heading our way as a country, as a globe. And so our campaign is called Mind Your Mind. Get it? It's a tough crowd. But and I do have some brochures that were not at the front, and that I will leave them on the table. But it's really to raise awareness, reduce stigma, and promote resiliency among children, youth, and families, because there is no health without mental health. The ladies from the council were kind enough to make some copies of things for me, and they are in your folder. And so I'm going to be referring to these since we won't have a PowerPoint. Aren't you happy about that? So mine was, I believe, on the left-hand side. If you could go ahead and pull this out, it's stapled 3 pages, and flip to the back side of the first page that says you are not alone. So NAMI, which stands for the National Alliance for Mental Illness, is a national advocacy and educational organization that does so much to address mental illness. They have support groups. They, again, do advocacy, just like PTA, research, things like that. So if you look at that stat in the people, the infographic at the top to the left, 1 in 5 US adults experience mental illness. And I will emphasize that this is pre-pandemic. So that's 20% of our population. Think about that. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a habit of wandering around when I talk, so.
It's a wide screen. It's a wide screen. There you go. Thank you. Now our virtual folks can see you.
I'm
too.
so sorry, virtual folks. I'm so sorry, Zoomies. Now you're here with the roomies. Okay, I will make me stay here. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So 20% of the adult population pre-pandemic has a mental illness or a mental health condition. The most common is anxiety, and depression follows right behind that. Anxiety is one of the reasons why employers, it's the largest reason behind physical disability, people calling in sick to work. You may experience that with coworkers or family members that are literally just crippled by anxiety or depression. If you hop over to the right-hand side of the infographic, the numbers are not too dissimilar for our youth. 17% of youth ages 6 to 17 years experience a mental health disorder. Again, depression and anxiety. And you can see the breakdown in the chart here of the United States. It's a little difficult to see maybe in the black and white. I encourage you to go on the NAMI homepage and look for these color infographics. So that was, as I mentioned, pre-pandemic. Okay, we layer on what we've all been through. I'm just stepping up to get this here. And I want to read a stat to you that I think is going to crystallize what we're looking at now. Data from the CDC show that since the start of the pandemic, so March of 2020, mental health related emergency department visits increased by 31% for 12 to 17-year-olds, and 1 in 4 young adults contemplated suicide. 25% of young adults contemplated suicide. Those rates rise when you look at communities of color, when you look at LGBTQ youth, and when you look at youth with disabilities. So mental health is often known as the hidden disability. If someone has an IDD, we can often see that by just looking at them, right? But not so in mental health. September is Suicide Awareness Month. I don't want to be a downer. I want to encourage all of us to keep this in our minds and to advocate for not only our own families, but also for our school communities, because that's why you all answered the call to be a PTA leader, because it's not only about your child, it's about all the children in your school community, it's about all the children in Cherokee County, it's about all the children ultimately in Georgia. So there are several opportunities coming up very soon for you to increase your knowledge and ability to be an advocate. I am so pleased that we connected with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and on Monday evening at 7 p.m. they are doing a special presentation for Georgia PTA called Talk Saves Lives. So many people, and particularly adults, feel like, oh, I shouldn't mention the word suicide because that's going to put the thought in the person's head. They've already thought about it. By the time you're mentioning it, that person has thought about how, why, they've gone through some things. So this 1-hour training, I hope you all will join us. It's been advertised on social media and some e-blast. I hope that you will all send it or share it with your school communities. Will be an hour of this capacity building opportunity and to really drill down onto why talking about this can really save lives. In the very next day, on September 14th, that Tuesday, I am partnering with one of the Cobb County commissioners, and we're holding a, well, it's a hybrid town hall, mental health town hall for youth. Going to have panelists speak, and you are more than welcome to come in person. It's at the Soul Mill Library and Cultural Arts Center, which is really just off 75. It wouldn't take you long to get here, to get there. But of course, please join us virtually if that's more convenient as well. There'll be a tabletop opportunity to meet with exhibitors that have resources from 6 to 7, and then we're having the panel presentation at 7 p.m. And again, I encourage you, and I'm so thankful that the PTA office, they just sent out a blast this morning about that. And so we welcome you, because mental health, It doesn't stop at the Cobb Cherokee border, doesn't stop at the Bartow County border. It's all of us together. There is some additional information in your packets. If we go back to our stapled sheet on youth suicide in Georgia, Voices for Georgia's Children, been a longtime partner of Georgia PTA. Their advocacy work is very well known during the general sessions as well as their year-round work. So you can see some of the statistics here. There is suicide data for 2019. However, Voices for Children just hasn't had an opportunity to update their infographic. But the sad reality is that suicide is increasing in all age groups, but in young people as well. As you can see by the headline, suicide was the second leading cause of death for Georgia's children ages 10 to 17 in 2018. There's some breakdowns here, and I want to just point out those to you. The majority of loss of life to suicide is white, but communities of color are seeing increasing rates. The majority of completed suicides is higher in our males. You can see the age breakdown and then the method. The only thing I want to talk about on the method is the preponderance of firearms. If you own firearms, this is not an issue about the right to bear arms or anything like that. It's an issue about our children's safety. Suicide is a very spontaneous event. The person will have been thinking about it for quite some time, but the actual act is very spontaneous. Keep firearms locked up. Keep them safe. Contemplate whether you should have them in the house if you do have a child or a family member that exhibits mental illness. I just on the news this morning heard about a 6-year-old in Clayton County that injured himself from a firearm in the house. Luckily, the little boy is going to make a complete recovery, but it is something to consider. Our Cobb County Police Department, I'm fortunate to have one of the deputy chiefs on the board of the collaborative, and he encouraged them to, perfect timing, create a PSA about firearm safety. And so that's on the Cobb County Police Department channel. Maybe you all want to think about partnering with the Cherokee school resource officers, creating a PSA or something like that. I think if we focus on firearm safety versus the other more partisan issues, we can all come to agreement about the need to keep our children safe. On the back of that handout, we have some warning signs of suicidal behavior and protective factors. We're going to get into that more on Monday with our friends from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I know I only have a couple of more minutes left. Obviously, you can see I'm passionate about this and can talk for quite a while about it. There's another training opportunity that I wanted to tell you about. This one is online and it's on demand. It's Living Works Start. That's about a 75-minute online suicide protocol. It's what the Cobb County School District uses. And you can log in and do it at your convenience. There is a fee associated with that, but with some funding that I have, if you complete that, the fee is it's just under $30. If you complete that and email me your certificate of completion, I will be able to reimburse you for your fee and for your time. And the reason why that is so important is we want to increase the number of gatekeepers in our community who know what risk factors to look for, to know what the warning signs are. The last thing I want to talk about is we need to always end on a hopeful note, and that's promoting resiliency. The coping skills sheet on the top is from CHOA, and there's different categories here. I would really encourage you to meet with your school counselor, your school social worker, somebody in your school community who is in this space. Get a pulse for what is going on in your school. What are the issues? Maybe there's an opportunity to promote a journaling project. Maybe that feeds into the reflections program, right? Or some other things. I hope you all will start some regular communications in your social media, in your PTA newsletter about the importance of this, and really reminding everybody that there is no complete health without mental health. And so CHOA has, this is just one of the resources that CHOA Children's Healthcare of Atlanta has on their website. I encourage you to go. Probably many of you are familiar with the Strong for Life, which focused on the physical, but they also have an emotional wellness component as well. So you can tag into some resources there. I left some of these resources on the front. So I encourage you to pick these flyers up as well. And I wish I could stay longer, but about to be yanked off. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Irene. Appreciate the information that you provided for us, Irene. Thank you so much. There are some cards up at the front desk. If you hadn't gotten any, please get some to pass out to the schools. And it's my pleasure to introduce our Cherokee County President, or Co-President, sorry, Catherine Shook.
Thank you all. Hold on. Lyric soprano here. I can't be contained. All right, welcome you all. Where are we? Okay, so because we're PTA, we have a script. Welcome and thank you for attending the 2021 Cherokee County School of Information meeting. I am Catherine Shook, one of your co-presidents alongside Lori Burton. Virtual people, she's over here on that side. She's with the police. It's okay. She's not being taken away. Joining us on the board, Lori's a co-president. Joining us on the board, we have Scott Steinbrenner, VP1. He's also, I think, with the police. Oh, he ran away from the police, y'all. All right, we have Emily Trenbretz, VP2. She's over here. Tiffany Hargrove, who is managing you all over here on virtual. She's answering questions. As our secretary, Marilyn Reedy is our treasurer as well. She's over there. So if you brought a check today, there she is. All right. So virtual people, I am so glad that you guys are able to join us. I wish you could see everybody out here, but that would require moving a camera and I'm not good at stuff like that. That's why I have my son here, Keaton Shook, who is managing all the technology there, which is like behind you guys, it's a table and a 15-year-old. So all you virtual people and you guys as well, you all can get all of these files that have been shared with everyone that's in your packets and everything on Member Hub. So what you do is you go to Member Hub, you go to communications, you go to files and photos, you go to PTA training, and now there is a School of Information folder. Everything plus some vendor stuff is included in that virtual folder. So even you guys get to participate with some of the vendor stuff virtually. So I also want to thank, she's not here, but Maria Sims is the owner of this amazing space on Aventa Main. She is a valuable PTA partner, guys. Think, fifth grade graduation. Sorry, fifth grade mom, it's on my head. Last one. I'm out of elementary school after this year, guys. It's only been 12 years. So anyway, keep them in mind. Events on Main, they are letting us use this amazing, versatile space. So we are very, very much so appreciative of them. Where am I on time? Okay, so yes, I'm doing great with time. All right, so we have the Cherokee County School District Police. Did I say that right? Yes. All right, because I've been trying to do the CCS, whatever. I'm not even doing it. So we have, I don't know who we have here. I know I see Ken. Come on, guys. The camera's right here. Come on. All right, so we have Captain Ken Locke.
me.
That's him. And then we have, it looks like Lieutenant Richie Rich, and we have Ms. Danielle.
The boss.
The boss.
Yeah.
That is right. Yeah, you can't see it here, but it's for the virtual people. Anyway, here they are. They're talking now.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Like I said, we formed a partnership with PTA. And what we've done, with Danielle Ridge's help with me, because I don't really not too technical, suave kind of a guy. So we put together currently 7 PowerPoints that you'll be able to access on the link. I think Virtual Pet will pick it up. And it's parental awareness for safe schools. And we have such topics on there as gangs, crimes against children, very educational. And along with that is the officers' names. So if you have any follow-up questions, but our goal is that maybe like once a year, put out 7 or 8 PowerPoint presentations for y'all to look at, kind of educate yourselves with, and become more familiar with some of the rules and regulations in our schools. Danielle put a good PowerPoint on about
Crisis management.
crisis management. It's a very good tool for y'all to learn.
The other thing we wanted to add, if there's something that your community actually wants instead of what we have, I mean, it takes time to understand. We can't put that together in 5 minutes or anything like that. I think yesterday it took 2 hours to get everything loaded and there to get all the PowerPoints made, presented, and placed onto as a web link. With that being said, if there's something in your community that you feel that we're not covering and that you would like to have covered, that's something that we can start working on. And, we might not be able to have it until next year, but it's something that we can kind of get together. If we can get it on there quicker, then by all means, we'll do that. But, we are flexible. We are, looking for ideas if you guys come up with those ideas.
Our biggest thing is now is we want to interact with you guys a lot more than we have in the past. So if you have a meeting or something like that you want us to attend, we'd be more glad to give us notice. We'd be more glad to attend to it. We want to get a lot more community involvement. So in other words, we're there for you. We have a great working relationship. I'm very proud of the officers we have in our school right now. They have a great friendship with the students. And that's kind of, as parents, we want to kind of work towards that same goal. Yeah.
We also have a partnership in the Bascom ET booth area with a strong parent support that's already there and willing to help and support. So if you're in that area, you support that area. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. I see again. Thank you. I want to continue to have that partnership with those parents. And we wanted to present you all with new information and things like internet safety and social media awareness, because the way that technology is constantly moving, it will always need to be updated. So we're fully aware of that. So again, as Lieutenant Rich alluded to, if there is a need, something that we have not addressed in the PowerPoints that are available on the link for your parents as well as yourselves, please let us know. We can update them, even if it's something that affects the South End that doesn't affect the North End, and vice versa. It might be community specific that needs to be addressed. We can always do that. Aside from the PASS program, as Captain Locke mentioned first, there's also the PERT program, and that's the Parent Emergency Response Team. We also have some booth, South End Bascom parents that have participated in a full-scale exercise that we had last year. They're very involved, and the PERT team is comprised of parents, grandparents, anyone that has an investment in the Cherokee County schools. And when we have family reunification, the PERT team actually assists us in family reunification at Woodstock First Baptist Church. So if you have yourself a student at any of our Cherokee County schools, if the event that an emergency happens and we have to evacuate a school, we will reunite with parents at Woodstock First Baptist. And for the North End, we're now bringing on Canton First Baptist as well. And so we're unrolling that so everyone doesn't have to go to the South End of the county. The parents' role in that and being a familiar face with other parents is vital and crucial. They'll be the first faces that parents coming to reunite with their student will see, and they'll provide them, it's just basic. They'll have Spanish and English versions of the protocols that parents will have to go through with providing their information to be reunited with their student. So we really want to continue that partnership. We really would like to add more parents. So we implore of you, please, if you know that some people just love safety and they're, safety focused. If you have those people, send them our way. We can, use them on our team. And if you have any other questions, please let us know. On behalf of Chief Cushing, thank you all for having us. We were just across the street at the 9/11 event. And so we're just coming from that to be here with you all this morning. I hear myself playing back. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Again, thank you. If y'all have any questions, Ms. Shook can always get in contact with us.
I'm just gonna piggyback off what she said. As she mentioned, when it comes to the grandparents, extended family, they are more than welcome as well. If they're looking for something to just kind of entertain themselves, the perk is something great for them to be involved in. Because I understand we're in a society now where both parents work, but a lot of times the grandparents can help out, or aunts, uncles, cousins. We're not picky. We just want somebody, that's going to be part of the community, to be able to help with that reunification.
All right,
I
Catherine, do
think
we have
that's
any
it.
questions online at all? Anybody?
Looking.
Any questions in the room?
I'm gonna leave my card up here too for.
There you go. Mountain Road would love to have information from you guys.
Yay,
I'll
thank you.
forward it to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There's a lot. I can't read it. I'll let you know.
Understood.
That
Thank
works.
you all.
Thank you again.
Yes, ma'am.
My kids already graduated college, so I'm a little bit removed from absolute being at the local, but at the local schools. But have you ever had to utilize, closing schools, or because of some sort of an issue, and then they go to that location that you said? Have you ever put that in practice?
We've
one.
put practice in, but we've not had to use it yet. Does that make sense? Like, we've trained for it, but we've not had a situation that required us to actually.
It's a
use it.
full blown exercise where we involve telephones, we put like fake calls into our operators, see how they handle the calls and stuff like that, how they pass information on. It's pretty detailed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's very extensive. We unify with all the different agencies, sheriff's office involved, marshal's office, Ball Ground, Holly Springs, Canton, Woodstock. Every one of the Cherokee agencies that have some type of investment. We've even invited other agencies in to watch our unification to see, one, for our feedback, as well as just for them also to go, hey, listen, this is something we didn't think about. Because the more minds you put together, the better it is for things that you think of that you didn't think of, somebody else has thought of. And like Captain said, we actually invited the fire department. Every fire department is part of that as well. Our last reunification had to do with Cherokee High School, where it was an explosion in their kitchen. So it involved fire, it involved police, it involved everybody.
We had students and role
Yeah,
models,
student role players.
players, yeah.
So yeah, we go all out. When we do this, it's not a small event. It's a very, very large event.
The
We have to
last one,
make
we
sure
had
it's
smoke
for
grenades and
school.
everything else that they were deployed
Yeah.
in school cafeteria, and it involved all the elements.
And these teams that you mentioned, PATH and PERT,
PERT, yes.
they're part of the data.
The PERT team will, yes, it's Parents Emergency Response Team, and they have training as well. They have training to introduce them to the program, and they also have intermediate training along with, the various other areas. They all have training. Yes, ma'am.
For the PERT program, is that something is that like a deadline, like it's too late for us to get the training?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Never.
No, ma'am.
It's never too late.
I thought I saw another hand. Yes.
I'm curious to know what kind of emergency situation.
What it's planned for, it could be any type of
major
disaster.
It could be a tornado, it could be a natural disaster, it
Right.
could be a tornado that impacts one school or several schools that you cannot physically get to the actual school anymore, and you need to reunify from a different area. So it could be man-made or natural
Right.
disaster.
Yeah, we're not stuck on just one thing.
Yeah, it could be a small scale or full scale also, if it's a snowstorm, we have a school shut down because of winter or whatever else.
Which we've all, I'm sure you all remember, we have had times where we actually had snow and it actually shut some children into the school. And we had plans and, those things went into place. If any of you had your child stay, I got to sleep over with them if they were in the south end.
So again, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Can any assistance be provided with creating a carpool line safety video?
Whoever you are, yes.
All right, we'll work on that. Bascom,
All right.
we can work on that, yes.
Yes. All
Just
right.
send us an email to remind us so that we can get somebody started on that.
All right. Thank y'all. Barring any other questions, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
again.
for having us.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. We so appreciate your partnership.
Thank you for inviting us.
Heck yeah, all right, so. Oh, yeah, here I am. Dawn's not here, okay, good. We are officially starting training, so get your wiggles out, last year of elementary school, I can say that. All right. Standards of affiliation. Virtual folks, you guys can find this packet. We're gonna, yeah, there we go. We're gonna share it. Hopefully it's clear. You guys have the packets inside your folders. Anita's here, so she can correct me. Because this is the first time I've run through this training. I've been through it like 3 times now, but here we go. This is new. New means it's new. So, we're adapt, we're flexible. But it's really, this is a fantastic packet because it kind of goes along with model PTA, but it also is going to keep you guys really good standing. Am I good, Keaton? Do I need to move? Okay, good. All right, so standards of affiliation. Here we go. I'm just going to go through a little bit. Benefits to the local PTAs and councils, because council has to do this as well. Just saying. So right to send voting delegates to Georgia PTA and CLT, not CDLT, CLT, which I recommend everybody try to attend. I think, where's it gonna be again? Columbus, is that Columbus? And then then it also gives you the option to bring issues and resolutions to Georgia PTA for consideration. Gives access to exclusive Georgia PTA resources, training, technical or other services, participation in sponsorship and member benefit programs, eligibility for Georgia PTA and national PTA grants and program participation funds, participation in Georgia PTA awards programs, including the National PTA Reflections Program. Hey, by the way, when's Reflections deadline? October 15th. And we will probably be doing Reflections celebration virtual again because we can't get a space. And then the use of any official Georgia PTA and PTSA logos. So that was from our state president, director, our state president, Don Statsny. So on the first page of standards of affiliation, so scroll down for our virtual folks, Keaton, or up, I don't know, whichever direction it has to go in. It's a checklist, guys. Just like model PTA, this is a checklist. There's just a lot of it. So, no, keep going. All right, that's it. Good. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. So at the general requirements, can you see it really clear on there? Look at general requirements. So the general requirements for local PTAs and councils. So if it says council, you don't have to do it. Council has to do it. Local requirements. So read through this sucker. So, because we had some who are like, oh, we're going to check all the boxes. And then we're like, you're not a council. Sorry, let's redo it. Okay, so, Oh, you're good. So first and foremost, protect the brand of PTA. Acting good faith to further the mission and ensure the business practices and conduct of volunteers do not detract from the reputation of PTA. It's the first thing. All right, election of officers. We know it's been a tough year. It's been like pulling teeth to try to get this going. We've done really well in Cherokee County. You guys have done amazing. Your last general, or your second to last general meeting, whenever your bylaws say that you have to have an election, make sure that they are in there. Make sure that they are in member hub right after that election if you can. May 1st is your deadline. And that's also for model PTA. So elect that new one in accordance with your bylaws. Your bylaws are your legal governing document. It is the only legal document you have as a PTA. That's it. And if you go to bylaws, she's gonna say it too. The bylaws are the only legal document you have to run as a PTA. Gonna say it again. Okay, all right. Annual bylaws review. Read the bylaws. This is a great way to say, to make sure your whole board, your new board, your board of directors, so your executive committee, your board of directors, everybody goes through those bylaws. I can tell you right now, because I've gone through everybody's bylaws, some of these bylaws need to be amended. Just saying, there is one school that has a quorum of 40. Who can get 40 people as a quorum? It is pulling teeth. We need to amend some bylaws, right? So look through that. If it is not attainable for your local unit, you can amend it. You can amend your quorum. You can amend your dues. You can amend, Amanda's gonna tell you everything because I've got to keep moving because I have a time limit. Otherwise I'd go on forever, okay? Standing rules, oh, that's districts. Skip that part. You don't have to do it. IRS 990. Treasurers will help you with this if you need to. Get that 990 turned in, upload it into, yeah, that's Marilyn over there. Woo, Marilyn, she can help you with that 990 if you need to. Postcard is super easy. All you guys who make more than that, sorry, Little River, y'all don't have an easy 990. Get somebody to do it for you. Who knows? Postcard's easy. Sorry, Bascom. Get somebody to do it for you. But upload it up into Member Hub under your 990. That's in that compliance document. So it's an officers, compliance, and then you just upload everything you need to upload. And if you want a little bit of a backup, put it in your local unit folder in council, because you can upload your own files in your own local unit file if you want to under the council documents. That way you have a backup and also maybe put it somewhere else and a hard copy. That way you can not say, the state can't come and say, you didn't do this. You can be like, yes, I can, because here it is in 5 different places. Or I can give you an email and say, hey, I don't see your 990 in compliance documents. You're like, oh, here it is. Here's that email. All right, back yourself up. This is a great reminder. Your audits and annual financial reviews. Get those audits turned in. The audits are a teaching mechanism, guys. They are not a slap on the hand like, oh, look what that unit did. They just were not even. No, it's just a teaching guide for the next board, because we always want to be going on to new leaders. So use that audit as a teaching guide, and it's great. And it goes through everything. And for treasurers, it's, learning how to be a treasurer, you go through that audit and you go through that audit review and you go through that form. I would definitely say, start preparing your audit from day 1. Get the audit form, and that's how you set up your books. It was the easiest thing, the best advice I got as a new treasurer, because I was like, well, that made it easy. You know who you are. Thank you for that advice. Okay. New and returning officer contact information. Very easy. Where can you put that? Put it in Member Hub. That goes in your officers. Put them in there. It doesn't matter if you have a new officer if I am doing my second term and I'll be like, I don't need to do that because I'm already in there. No, I'm in there for 2021, 2022. Am I in there for 2022, good Lord, 2022, 2023? No. Put yourself in there. That's what that means. Ethics and code of conduct, that's the last page. We will go through that. Ensure that all elected officers, members of the board of directors, and committee members have completed and signed the Georgia PTA local unit and council ethics and code of conduct agreement. Everybody's got to do this. Print off the copies for each of your members, your board, however your executive committee, your board of directors, and any extra committee members that you have. Print them off, sign them off, scan them, put them in Member Hub, back up, give it to your secretary to have with the books. Does that make sense? Okay, Nina, am I on point? Okay, sweet. Annual budget approved. First general membership meeting, what are we all aiming to goal to do? We want to get those budgets approved. Just sign off that you did it, please. That would be awesome. Insurance. We have AIM. Pay that insurance, get it done. Most of our insurance is already paid for the year, so just mark it off. Is that right? We pay for it sometimes. I don't know. I can't, I've got to look at those dates. Can't do that at the top of my head. Membership dues. The easiest way to pay your membership dues, guys, is to do an ACH payment through Member Hub. One click, it goes to state, you're good, it's golden. You want to do the check and mail it and all that stuff, that's great, but sometimes issues can arise. Am I right, Ms. Mateus? Yes, see, I've gotten like 3 emails of people panicking, and I'm like, just pay through ACH. It's okay. I ask my customers to do it all the time. I'm like, can you please just send me an ACH payment? Then I don't have to pay credit card fees. But anyway.
And every month.
And every month. Lori from over here on the wings, getting her coffee. Every month. Put it, treasurers, best thing I ever did is I just put a reminder, check Member Hub for members. And if at the end of the month, so whatever the last business day was, it was in my calendar as a reminder. I went into Member Hub. Did I have new memberships? Oh, I did. I remitted my state dues. Pressed the little button and I said, okay, and it went. I didn't even have to think. Well, and then I printed off, for proof. So you can do that too. Print off your proof that it went through. Council dues. Hey, those invoices went out. Pay those council dues. And if you're not a council, that's your council. So, or you're in a council, please pay the council dues. Training requirements. Guess what, guys? You got 2 birds with 1 stone with joining us today. Even you virtual folks, 2 birds, 1 stone. This is a district training and this is a council training. Every member of your board is asked to do a training from state, district, and council, or if you want council, district, and state. District and council joined today so that we can knock out 2 trainings in 1 for you. There you go. PTA universities will be going up here soon-ish, sometime soon. So you'll be able to do a virtual state training. Then there's also, CDLT, CLT. If you went to CLT, you have already met that state training requirement. Okay? So those are great ways to how to get those things. Where am I at? Okay, that's council. If it says council requirement, flip your page. Are you going down? Okay, awesome, thank you. Where am I at? Nope, keep going. So that's the membership dues. Sorry, virtual folks. Here we go. I think I have there it is. Okay. Standards of affiliation procedures for non-compliance. So this is, guys, we have until November 30th to get this sucker turned in. Okay, take a breath. We have till November 30th. This is what happens if we have non-compliance. I really don't see any district or any local unit in Cherokee County getting to this point. But if you do, it's not a big deal. Well, it is, but take a breath because we're not going to let you get this far. Council is going to be here to support you guys as much as possible. There's a notification phase. Any local PTA or council failing to comply with the Georgia PTA standards of affiliation shall receive notification via email from Georgia PTA. So there, Georgia PTA is gonna notify you, not me. They are. Okay, but then they'll also let us know and then we'll try to get you going, okay? But hopefully, council will know ahead because we're monitoring, we're watching. We're trying to keep you guys supported and we'll be like, hey, have you done this? Hey, have you done that? That way you guys are still, you're fulfilling these requirements. There's an intervention phase. So if the local PTA or council fails to come into compliance within the 30-day notification phase, Georgia PTA president will be notified in consultation with the district director, consultation, I can't read, sorry. The president assigns a support team to advise and oversee the local PTA or council's progress regarding compliance. The support team shall work with the local PTA or council leadership to develop a written action plan, including milestones with dates for the local PTA or council to come into compliance. Is that mine? Okay. I was like, what am I supposed to remember? A notification shall be sent via email to the local PTA or council leaders outlining the above items and also including the following. Specify the standards not met, notify the local PTA or council leadership if they do not comply within 60 days of the notification letter date. The local PTA or council will be placed on probation. Specify that probation includes the forfeiture of the local PTA or council's rights as outlined in the probation phase section below. Identify the members of the support team and provide their contact information. Then the probation phase. So there, we're going to go through the local PTAs and councils failing to comply with the SOA at the end of the 60-day intervention phase or by the last date specified in their written plan will receive a written probation notice from Georgia PTA. This letter will be sent after consultation with the support team. When a local PTA or council is placed on probation, Georgia PTA shall notify the local PTA or council leadership, membership, and principal superintendent via email. In addition, one copy shall be sent to the local PTA or council president by registered first-class mail, return receipt required. The notice shall include the following. It will specify the standards that are not met. Stipulate that probation includes the forfeiture of the local PTA or council's right for the following: eligibility to receive grants or program participation funds from Georgia PTA or national, eligibility to participate in Georgia PTA and national PTA awards and other programs, including reflections, eligibility to receive representation at Georgia PTA meetings and other events of the local PTA or council. That continued support will be provided by the support team. The areas of issues will be the identified or probation requirements, including a timeline for completion. Notification that failure to comply with probation requirements by the end of probation phase may result in the restructuring of the local PTA or council and or the revocation of the local PTA or council's charter. A local PTA or council shall remain on probation until all requirements have been met. While on probation, the local PTA or council's rights and benefits in whole or in part may be restored by the Georgia PTA president. The assigned support team will continue to work with the local PTA or council's leadership to ensure the necessary support for success. Then there's a restructuring phase. During the restructuring phase, the Georgia PTA president and support team shall have the discretion to identify leaders to support the PTA, local, or council, work with the support team and identified leaders to establish standing rules, oversee a financial review, establish a reorganizational meeting, assist in the election of and training of officers. After the failure to meet probation requirements within the probation period or by the last date specified in their written plan, Georgia PTA may begin the process of revoking the local PTA or council's charter. Revocation: the Georgia PTA Board of Directors reserves the right to revoke a local PTA or council's charter under Article 6 of the Georgia PTA bylaws. Well, we don't want to go there. Just saying, council's here to help support you that we never, ever get to this page. Okay, just saying. I hope I never have to help support you guys through one of those. So our job is to help make sure that you don't get there. Everyone on the last page of the Georgia PTA local unit and council ethics and code of conduct agreement. This is important. Everybody on your EC, your BOD, and your committee chairs needs to sign this. Scan a copy, put it in member hub. I would say put it in a couple places and make sure the hard copies go to your secretary. Okay, so personal conduct of the members of the local unit and council boards of directors and committees directly affects the image of the Georgia PTA. Therefore, each member shall please recognize that the chief function of Georgia PTA and its constituted organizations is to serve the best interest of the children and youth. We're here for the kids, first and last, and in the middle too. PTA is here for the kids. Exhibit and abide by the vision, mission, and purpose of the PTA in all programs, meetings, activities, and the conduct of business on behalf of the PTA. Be knowledgeable of and comply with the bylaws, policies, procedures, and programs of Georgia PTA. Abide by and support all positions and decisions of the board of directors publicly. Exercise discretion, sensitivity, and sound judgment in discussing PTA matters, protecting all privileged or confidential information. Interpret volunteer means that I have agreed to work without compensation and money, but I expect to do my work according to the standards by being accepted as a volunteer worker. Prioritize organizational goals by personal goals at all times. Promise to take to work an attitude of open-mindedness, to be willing to be trained for it and bring to its interest and attention. Not participate with a company where I, as a board member or others on the board, will profit personally, or someone in their immediate family. Conduct all organizational and operational duties with professional competence, fairness, impartiality, honesty, efficiency, and effectiveness while demonstrating the highest standards of personal integrity. Exemplify responsiveness and open communication in fulfilling the duties and responsibilities as assigned. Avoid promotion of or profit from any activity in conflict with the mission and policies of PTA. Exhibit nonpartisan conduct while serving within PTA governance structure. Exhibit respect, understanding, and professionalism. That is the end of the new SOA. Yes, Marilyn.
One of our virtual attendees have a question. They want to know what happens if we feel it as if someone does not meet the code of conduct agreement.
Oh, man. You're gonna roll out with a hard question right at the beginning? What are we gonna do, guys? Well, there.
Have the board reach out to council.
Have the board reach out to council, because we're here to support you. So if you feel like there's somebody who doesn't meet these requirements, have them reach out to us, because generally it's all about the training, which is why we're here today. As PTA members, as volunteers in your schools, you're here first and foremost for the kids. It starts with your kid, and then I think it grows to all thousands of kids in whatever school that you guys are in. I say thousands because I have elementary all the way up to high school. I've got thousands of kids that I care about. My kids first, but then all kids. And really, and hi, I'm on council now, so it's all Cherokee County schools. That's why we're here for PTA. It should be very easy to sign this because it's all about the kids. But if you do feel like someone is not, or you're not willing to do that, talk to us first. We'll be willing to train you. We'll be willing to share with you why PTA, why this is important, and why that we're asking everyone to, first and foremost, what is it here? Not that page, going backwards. Protect the brand of PTA. It's not about knowing everything. As a former educator, I can tell you, you never, ever, always know everything. You need to be a constant learner. Yes, Emily?
And as it was made clear at CLTS by Don Staffney, this is from this point forward.
Correct. Yeah, it's from this point. This is your formal, we've been kind of saying this is coming, but guess what, guys? Today, September 10th, going forward, you guys need to be adhering to this. We're gonna be pushing it. We will be, we are trying, there are 36 of you all, just saying, but council is gonna try to meet with you guys as much as we can, so that we can say, hey, how can we support you? November, we have zone meetings. Those are all virtual, by the way, just saying, so much easier. So we have zone meetings. Am I on time? But
If there's a question here, can you repeat it for those at home?
yeah, I can do that too. Go, Anita.
I just want to say that the standards of affiliation is not put in place.
Wait. Come over here and speak to our virtual folks too. Come on up. Anita, State Vice President right here, folks.
I just want to say that the standards of affiliation was not put in place to scare off any leadership that's in place or any new emerging leaders. Standards of affiliation is put in place because we have to be held accountable for doing the work of the association. And the state has met, and we have really dug in to look at where we lack in our association. And what we're finding is there is a lot of leaders that are not trained. They're not properly trained. They don't know the procedures. And we cannot hold people accountable for things like that if we're not training them. So state has stepped up and brought in our district leadership as well as our councils to speak with them and let them know your council is responsible for training all of your local unit leaders. And district is in place to support council. So it's great that you guys have partnered to do 2 trainings, and one you've already satisfied your training for the year. So you can check that off on your standards of affiliation, really sign off on it. So don't be afraid. These are things that we're supposed to do anyway. It's model PTA, that's all it is. But what we've done is taken the model PTA and attached it to standards of affiliation, because guess what? Now we are accountable. When you sign off on there, you're saying, I am going to do the work of this association. And when we're doing the work of the association, we should always keep in mind, we're doing it for our children. So I just don't want you guys to be afraid. It's nobody here to lock you up. It's just here to just hold all of us, including myself, accountable for doing the work. Okay.
Thank you, Anita.
If there are individual leaders who disagree with the position that that Georgia PTA has made,
what is our suggestion on how they should handle that? I believe Dawn has spoke on this in the past.
I would suggest that that leader reach out to the state and we have that conversation with them. We'll address that issue then. Okay?
Thank you, Tiffany. Are there any other questions? Oh, come on. This is a brand new thing. Are you just overwhelmed? Anybody from virtual? Nope, good. Okay, wow. Way to go. No questions. That's okay. We're here. Just email us your questions. Also, want to note, virtual people email us. You guys have questions and we don't answer them. We have note cards on the tables. You can write them and then leave them on the table and we will do an FAQ and we will write that up and send it out. Well, coming up, you're getting closer, Lori. Come on, Lori. Come on, Lori. And we're gonna get her on camera, folks.
Marilyn reminded us to remind everybody that there's coffee and water.
Oh, yeah.
Also, in your bags, the goodie bags that everybody got, there is a gift card in there for Simply Ola's Next Door, owned by Maria Sims. So please take advantage of your gift card.
It's hanging on the handle.
Thank you. Hanging on the
It's
handle.
on the handle, and on the back, it says you get her on the back, there's a latch plate, like it said.
So, and then if you look in your packets, which it looks like there's also a coupon for a popsicle from the King of Pops later today. Just saying, kind of excited about that. And yeah, and then if you were here, we're also right next door to an ice cream shop. So I got a little excited. Ty Barnett was on the phone with me when I discovered that and she started laughing at me. So
We're running ahead of schedule.
we are running ahead of schedule, folks. That is awesome. So we are going to take a little break. Bear with us, virtual folks. We are putting you guys into breakout sessions. We'll do, since we're ahead of schedule, we'll do, and nobody had questions because that's what I built time in for. We'll do a 10-minute, take a break. We'll get people into breakout rooms. Coffee and water, watermelon from the garden, please eat it.
Snack bars.
Snack bars. I have like 6 more watermelon in the garden. Eat watermelon. Thank you guys. Put on some music.
Here's a Zoom.
What's going on?
Because every time I launch, I can't mute. So it's like echoing like.
Wait. Do I have a what? Yeah, no. Oh, I'm live. That works too, wherever that is. Thank you, Donna. Okay, so virtual folks, we are working on getting you guys into assigned breakout rooms. We are going as fast as possible. It's a lot of clicking. Anyway, so that's happening. All right, so for you guys here, we are going to be moving around. So, oh, you did it? I'm muted again. What? Lori.
Not good with technology.
She's not loud. She's not good with technology, but man,
I didn't do this part.
I'm teasing.
Special menus.
It's not telling me that you're muted.
Oh, they can hear me now. Thank you, Ms. Mattel. All right, so here we go. All right, virtual folks, we are working on getting you guys into your breakout rooms. It's a lot of clicking. We're working on that. We're good on time though, because we're kind of out on schedule. We're great. All right, so Reflections here is meeting over here with Amanda Weber. She's on the computer with Latrice. And then Tammy, wait for Amanda. There's Reflections table. All right, there's a Reflections breakout table. DEI is over here with Emily. There's the DEI table. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what that means. So here's the table on that. Advocacy is with Lori Burton. What table did you pick? Over there. That table is where Lori Burton, I'm pointing it. It's like kind of right by the chandelier. Thank you. That's advocacy. Member Hub is with Scott. Scott's doing wherever. So he's taking the Little River table over there. Move, Little River. Okay. Parliamentary procedure is with Ms. Donna Kuzniewski. I need water. And she's over there. She's waving on there. So there's where our breakout sessions for session 1 is. I did see a lot of questions on virtual. This is session 1. We'll post the session 2 breakout rooms during our second break so that we can get you all into breakout rooms. But if you want to think about it, it is bylaws would be room 1, presidents and vice presidents would be room 2, treasurer would be room 3. I'm gonna just give up talking. Secretary's 4, membership 5, family engagement is 6. All right. Amanda, are you online? I can't get on. Okay. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying. Okay. I'll get that in a minute.
Can you tell me how, if I'm in the right room?
You're not there yet. I haven't put you in yet. I'm working on it. Catherine, am I in my room? I haven't opened rooms yet. Okay, folks, I have not opened rooms up yet.
Thank you for being in this workshop. It's not a.
No, sorry, guys. That's good. They can hear me. All right. If I open all the rooms and I start adding people, all right, so I'm kind of putting people, there we go. Awesome, so there's some, but there's 34 not joined, so please give them a list. I'm gonna assign people. All right. Okay. Can they join?
Hello. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Thank you, Ms.
What is?
I'm trying. Working on it.
All right, I think we're working. I think we're good for our Zoom. You got it? Yeah, Catherine will let us let them in and, oh, I feel bad. Okay, so let me do my handout. All right. All right, hopefully I have enough. If not, we'll share. Yeah, I'll just ask them. Hopefully I have enough. If not, you guys we can share. I think I have 8 or 9 here. Ooh, just shy. Oh, actually, I need one. We can share. We can share. And this is all in Member Hub, you guys. I think they posted this. I've already written on it. But everything you could ever want is in Member Hub. If you go in and then you select in the right-hand corner, Cherokee County Council, make sure you're not under your school because you won't find it. You have to council. I did that. I'm like, where'd it go? So select council. And then once you're in communications, over on this left, it's like a purple or blue. And then it sets up in tiles and you go to forms and photos. If you go in there, then it's reflections and then it's broken down by year. So you go to the 21, 22 reflections and everything is in there, even some annotated examples. Like I took Etowah's and kind of gave you an example because I'm doing a digital collect there. And I did Dropbox, and just to let you know, Dropbox, if they're going to drop in there, they have to set up a free account. So then I panicked and I went, oh, maybe I have some students that don't want to do that. So I revised it and put, if you're not comfortable with Dropbox, email me and I'll send you a Google Drive link. And then what I'm going to do, because with Google Drive, if you give them all access to the folder, they can see everybody else's stuff. So I'm going to set up a folder for each request I get so they only can do their stuff in that folder. It's a little more work on me, but in the end, I think it'll be easier.
And then from their folder, you'll open it up and give them the shared folder.
Yeah, exactly. I'll move it out of their folder. They'll only be able to drop in theirs and then I can consolidate them. What happened with fifth grade pictures last year was some parents deleted some other, oh, good, drama. So I was like, oh, we're not gonna get into that where they have access to see everybody else's stuff or could possibly delete somebody else's stuff by accident.
I like the idea of Google Drive better than Dropbox. Did you do both or did you just?
I'm gonna do both. So if I get a request and say, hey, I'm not gonna do Dropbox, can you send me a Google link? I'll set up a folder, open up the access and send them the link. So they'll only have link to that folder. And then if I get another request, I'll set up a new folder and send them the link.
So we put like under Amanda Weber. And
Yeah.
Like name the folder that or something.
Yeah, or I'll probably name it their name.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Give it. Yeah, this is just your folder. Because we're doing that with schools on Dropbox as well, because we just want you to have access to your folder and then we'll consolidate folders for judges.
And are you on speed dial?
I am. I am. Okay, do we have our reflections people? Oh, am I? I'm echoing?
Yeah. Catherine, can you turn your microphone off? Yes, well, maybe, we'll find out.
I haven't accepted a breakout room yet. Okay, I'm not pressuring you. I just want you to know I'm not.
Doesn't have to break out.
Yeah, I'm not in the breakout room.
If you guys need help with Zoomies for breakout rooms, I run them all the time. And I can help with that, but I just need to look through the chat because no one's in a breakout room on Zoom.
Did you hear her?
Yep, I heard her. So yes. What was your name again?
I'm getting her name and number.
All I need is you'd have to make me a co-host and I can really help. I do this all the time.
What's your name?
Jillian Gillum. Do you need my phone number?
I think we can find you if your name's in there.
Okay, I'm really happy to help. Okay, great. Let me help and I'll go in the chat and try to put people in the correct rooms, okay?
Thank you, Jillian. We appreciate
Sure, no
it.
problem. Just let me try.
Perfect. So I have a question.
Can you actually make me the host so I can open the rooms? Sorry, I'll give it back. I'll give the control back right away. Thanks. I'm actually not seeing a way to add anybody to the rooms. It might, I see where you've added the rooms, but I don't see a place to open the rooms, and that's not normal. Usually there's just a button that you click to push open breakout rooms, and I'm not seeing that in the bar, so I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like some kind of error here. Clicking through everything. Sorry, guys. This, I'm sorry, this one, okay, there would be. Okay, it looks like all of the rooms are open. Maybe if I close the rooms and try again, okay? I'm just gonna close the rooms.
For very special reasons why you would have them, right? And so, and then there's a committee meeting. So a committee meeting, and those rules and how that's done, the procedures, it's a little more lax, it's different. Typically you have less people. It's not, you still will want to follow procedure, but it's not as, you know, did you make the motion? Was it seconded? It wasn't all of that type of, it's not quite like that. But yeah, those are the 6 basic types of meetings, and the emergency and special called are in the bylaws that will tell you the prescription that's done, right? All right. So here's a question for you.
Hey, this is Jillian.
Hi, Jillian. This
Hey.
is Catherine.
Okay, Catherine, I know this is, oh, let me put myself on mute.
Hi, all my virtual members. Thanks to those who are able to hang in there with us. Now we are moving back to the main session, and we'll be putting you on hold for just a little bit, probably for the break. And then we'll be moving towards the next breakout session, which will hopefully go a little bit more smoother, hopefully. Give us 1 second and we'll get more information to you, so that way you can go ahead and select your breakout for the next time period.
All right, all, I am, oh, mute yourselves in here. Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Sorry, Amanda, switch gears. One more thing. I am really sorry, y'all. Virtual folks, I'm really sorry. We are learning as we go. So Jillian was nice enough to kind of show me what we're gonna do. So for session 2, it's gonna be a lot easier when I open the room. You get to select your own, because now I found the setting because I was walking through it. So yay! So hopefully it will work as I hear myself all over the room. All right, so we'll do kind of a 11:12. Where am I on time? Hey, we're only 2 minutes behind schedule. All right. So yes. So I do hear we have our state president. There she is. She's trying to sneak in. Hey, everyone. We would just like to welcome State President Don Satson. You got to come over here, ma'am, and say hi to our virtual folks.
I do not want to derail anything that y'all are doing, but I did want to be here. So.
Well, you step back.
What am I doing? Oh, you're virtual. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
the hybrid. I have my mask in my pocket, but I'm vaccinated. So, all the things. But no, I appreciate everybody taking the time to come and do all of this. It's always a work, but it's a work of love, and you're definitely not in it for the paycheck, because it's the same zeros that I get on mine. And then we try and do it around our paying jobs too. So thank you for coming and doing this, and this is what makes it work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so thank you guys for putting up with the craziness we've now learned. Thank you, Jillian. So for section 2, we have bylaws is Amanda Weber. She's over there. President and vice president are going to be Brenda and Emily. They're over here. Treasurer is Marilyn. She's all the way over there. She's under the cool little hanging light thingy. Secretary is Tiffany, and she's over there. Membership is Ms. Matella. She's right there with the cool fancy light thingy. Family engagement is Ms. Donna, and she's over there. All right, so I learned the settings, and now when I open up the breakout rooms, you will be able to go into your own room. So when I'll open up the breakout rooms, and then you should be able, I named them, you should be able to go into the named room that you want. Fingers crossed, It works. Here we go. Breakout room?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Go to breakout room. And then you're gonna engagement. Where?
Down there.
Engagement.
So you guys can actually select.
I was just having
the
hot
room that
flashes.
you wanna
It
be
feels
in.
amazing.
Oh.
A lot more pressure than I am.
Now I'm like, oh my God.
So am I in? Are we in?
Hello again.
No, that's Emily.
We are getting set up for president and VP training.
That's membership.
Oops.
I will be sharing the screen momentarily.
I think, yeah, scroll down. Yeah, down
There
there.
it is. Join. Yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, so virtual folks, there is at the bottom of your screen, there's like, wow, that's a lot of people. There's like 4 squares. Click on the 4 squares, that's your breakout room, and then you will get your list. Choose your breakout room and click join. That makes sense, Amanda? You're just nodding at me. Okay. I'm just gonna Okay, all right, we'll figure it out, folks. All right, I'm coming. Mute me again. All right, everyone. Sorry, I am ending you because I'm keeping us on time. Everyone's coming out of the, what do you call them, Zoom rooms if you found them. I do apologize. I hope you can hear me. I apologize that the rooms were awful or hard if you couldn't find them. I do apologize. We are entering the question and answer session of today. Before we get our awesome vendors, and we're giving our vendors time to finish setting up. We're going to answer any questions you might have from all of this. And don't worry, our speakers can totally jump in. So if you have questions on Zoom, Tiffany will read them out to me. Everyone over here is kind of getting into their places. I lost. Oh, there it is. All right. Tiffany, if we have any questions that come up, will you shout them out? Yes. We're getting there. This is all new. We've survived well, as well as we could. I am not doing a gavel. I could do the elementary school thing. Huh? Yes. All right. That soprano's gonna come out. I know I don't sound like it right now, but you know, if you want the lyric soprano to come out, we can do that. Once upon a time, I was trained as an opera singer. All right, I want to thank you all, virtual, for putting up with all of our kinks. I do apologize. This is the question and answer portion of our time before I release you to our amazing vendors. Virtual people, don't leave too early because I'm gonna let our vendors go around and have my phone ready, and we're gonna, so that they can say hi to you guys too, so you know who's here, because we got some amazing vendors out here. Some faces you guys know, some new faces that you don't. People here, check those folders because there's coupons for stuff, you know, just saying, hint, hint. Questions. And if I don't have the answers, I have a state president in the house. Woo-hoo! And several previous state leaders. So we got all the answers we can give you. So any questions for today or now? I know. Yes.
I was just wondering if we were interested in more than one of the breakout sessions.
Materials. All right. So the question is, if you guys wanted to, you could only do 2 breakout sessions, but you wanted information for all of them, could you get that information? Well, the answer is yes, because you go to Member Hub, into your communication, or into the Cherokee County Council Member Hub, to communications, go to files and photos, go down to PTA training, and then there's a nice folder that says School of Information. Everything from today will be uploaded in there by the end of the day. Got that, presenters? If you had your PowerPoints, shoot them over to me and I will get them put into that folder, or you could do it yourself. That would be awesome. So, but you will definitely be getting all of the information, all the slides, everything, because this does go for your SOA compliance piece. And Ms. Matea says extra handouts if you would like to get some stuff for membership, because all we have to do, guys, is what? Just ask. That is the Georgia PTA membership theme, is just ask. I don't know about you, but I see some really cool vendors who, you know, could be community members if you just asked. Okay, any other questions? Comments? Did we have enjoyable time? Was it okay?
It's right, yes, it is right.
Thank you. We do appreciate feedback too. Anything else? Any questions, Tiffany? Oh, no, no virtual, okay, yes, Jade.
PTA University.
PTA University, will it be virtual, President Statsky? Oh,
It is virtual.
it is virtual. I don't know. I was trying to call her out, but she's gone. She disappeared. Oh, all right. So yes, PTA universities will be virtual. Just be on the lookout. I know that there will be some sort of email member hub and, you know, they do that and they'll let you know when that's out. And we will also let you know, excuse me, on the council and on the district, because I'll just put that hat on too. We'll let y'all know. Any other questions? Yeah.
It's just the board of directors have to do the SOA or the EOD too.
All right, so SOA needs to be completed by your executive committee, your board of directors, and any committee chairs that you have.
Code of conduct.
Code of conduct, that's the code of conduct. Your EC and your BOD, everybody needs to go through that SOA. But the code of conduct needs to be signed by your executive committee, your board of directors, and your committee chairs. Anything else? That include your principal? Ooh, that's a good question. You know, your principal is a part of your EC. I will leave that at your discretion and your principal's discretion. But if they support PTA, then I think it would be real easy for them to sign that code of conduct as well. That's my 2 cents. I don't know, but let's do it at your principal's discretion, unless otherwise told by our president, Don Saxby. Any other questions? Because keep in mind, your principal is considered a part of your EC and your BOD, because you know, we all go down that line. Any other questions? How are we doing, vendors? Are you getting ready for people? Are you good? Or do I need to keep just talking? We got good? Okay, all right. So Chef Steve is here with your lunches. If you order lunch, we have lunch. And if you didn't order lunch, I think there are a few extras. So, you know, just let us know. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna put Zoom on my phone and then I'll go around and I'll let our awesome vendors talk to you virtual folks. Thank you all for participating. We really do appreciate you guys taking a whole morning. I mean, let's just admit it. It's a whole day. We appreciate that you took this day to spend in training. This is valuable. If you all have any questions, council is here for you. Our job as council is to support you. Thank you. Have a great day. Good luck. Today, going forward, sign that standard, go your standards of affiliation, due November 30th.
Again, thank you so much to our virtual people for attending. Apologies for any technical difficulties, but we appreciate you attending, making that effort to come out. We did record everybody who did attend, so we have record that you need. Thank you, Kayla, appreciate it. You all enjoy, and let me make sure there's nothing else I need to communicate. One moment. Thank you. Just a quick note, again, as Catherine mentioned, she will be walking around here soon to the different vendor areas, so that way you have a chance to see, at least meet the different vendors here. No problem. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. It was great.
Thank you.
Catherine, you have to unmute. We can't hear you.
Well, I didn't want to be heard, Joanne. Fine. All right, here's an awesome space. Woo! All right. Chef Steve is pretty busy. We got food. All right, Jonathan from Mama.
How's it going? I'm Jonathan from Alma Coffee. We have our farm cut roasted in Holly Springs, just down the road. We have farms in Honduras, raising coffee here, and coffee here.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. We got the King of Pops, people.
Hey there, Dustin with King of Pops. I'm your local neighborhood partner up here in Canton, serving all of Greater Cherokee County. We'd love to partner with you for any future fundraising efforts that you might have. Unfortunately, not here today to try our product, but hopefully you tried it in the past. And if not, look for us at all the upcoming festivals here around Canton. So thank you.
That's awesome. I am excited. I'm getting a popsicle. It's Melissa! Melissa! And Donna too. Hey. All right, Cherry Dale.
All right, so who do we have?
I got a lot of people.
Awesome. So I am Melissa Dowd at Cherokee Fundraising. I live here in Cherokee County and we love helping our local schools. I have 2 children that have been to our schools and I've helped our schools raise a lot of money for the years. I've been in fundraising for over 25 years and I love working with Cherokee Fundraising because we have the technology to support fundraising today, which keeps your students safe. We have options in terms of donations. We have product fundraisers. We have spirit wear. We have everything to support you to build the best program for your school. So it's great to see you guys. I wish you the best in the school year. And get in touch with me if you need to raise some money for your school because I can definitely help you.
Thank you,
But I'm going to go with you because I also work with Fund Services.
Hey, Fund Services!
And this is Dawn, who is the owner of Fund Services. You guys may know Dawn, you may know Brian, but I partner with them for holiday shops in our area because they're local. Which is phenomenal.
Did I mess it up? Sorry, guys. My bad. No, you're good. Sorry. I'm not a camera person.
So the reason you want to work with a local holiday shop is because you get your orders next day. They come out and shop and select the items in your holiday shop. They are phenomenal with service and quality. And will really deliver the best holiday shop, the best holiday shop experience for your student and patients. So make sure you give a call to the holiday shop this year. There's space available.
Thanks, Dawn.
Really look forward to working with you this year. I hope we can actually do an in-person holiday shop. We are open virtual if we do have to go that route.
Cool. Hey. All right, Sparkle. Hey, let's get these are for our virtual folks. Hey.
We're here to talk about our spirit nights at Sparkle. They're perfect for PTA members.
Spirit nights, everybody, because everyone likes roller skating.
And money back to the school.
There you go, and money back to the school. We need an 80s night spirit wear. Right, there you go. All right, we got sheets. Hey, Lola Bird.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us online. We're sorry you're not here, but it's still good to be able to see you out there. I work for Lola Bird Fundraising, and I know when you guys think of fundraising, you're like, that's one of the hardest parts of my job. But I'm so excited to tell you
we really make it easy on you. The entire thing is online and we run it for you. We provide the marketing materials, we do all the shipping directly to everybody's home. So you guys don't have to handle order forms, money, product. It's like totally COVID free. So we're so excited that this opportunity came today. We could share all of our stuff. We've got all kinds of flyers and sheets and even some videos that we'd love to share with you at home. And I think you're getting a packet with some of our.
Yes, you are. It's in your virtual packet. Thank you. All right, we've got prologists. There's a lot of them, and they're getting their picture taken. All right, this is our virtual folks up here. So you're saying hi.
How's it going?
It's good.
Good. My name's Pete Ficini, and I'm here with Prologic. I actually represent a company called Protected, and we provide
Where's this going?
furniture, or ballistic furniture, basically furniture in case there's acts of violence. So what we have here is a video that demonstrates our product, but basically it's a bookcase that goes in the classroom, and if there's any act of violence during the lockdown drills, instead of doing what they currently do, this provides a way to barricade a door with some bullet-resistant protection, and it latches in place, so denies access to the room. Play a quick video if they're able to see it.
Let's see. I don't know if they'll be able to hear it, but we'll try.
Yeah, we'll see people just kind of show how it works.
Sorry.
So what we're trying to do here is fill the gap for students and teachers in the case of an emergency. So there's a lot of technology that's been put into place, but a product that actually saves lives during the incident prior to law enforcement or the threat being neutralized is kind of missing. And there are a lot of gimmicks out there that kind of give a false sense of security. But this product is designed by me, so I'm a 20-year special operations veteran, and I had a background in gaining access to rooms, so I took my expertise and applied it into the design. And we've had SWAT teams, special operation units from the military try to get through it, and they are unable to defeat it. So
that is awesome. Thank you so much. That's like, wow.
yeah, and you know the key is
Protected.us, folks.
Yep.
I see them writing it down. Oh, they went to sleep, but it's protected.us. It says to plug in. Protected. All right, and I see over here. Oh, that thing is cool. But, all right.
So we're with Prologic ITS. You can get us at prologicits.com. We have a lot of STEM STEAM offerings. So what we're showing off here today, probably a lot better to see it in a live demo than be it
Right.
But nevertheless, this is I'll call it magic plexiglass. You can write on one side and it'll appear the other way for the class the opposite way. So the teacher writes the normal way, they don't have to write backwards.
That's
and
so
you can have
cool.
it projected over to the panel or a projector or whatever. We also have a bunch of other STEAM offerings. So we got this globe. Students can use a QR code and then they can spin the globe and find different things on the globe. This only costs $50.
Oh, that's cool.
We have the merge cubes. It's an augmented reality cube about the size of a Rubik's Cube, but it is QR codes are embedded. You use the app and you can discover all sorts of things and then utilize this to do super crazy things with augmented reality. So you can spin this around and your students can walk around the Eiffel Tower, or they can dissect the frog. There's all sorts of stuff. So you can go to mergeedu.com. Is that right?
Mergeedu.com. All right.
They also do VR goggles. We have our friend Marty the Robot. Marty the Robot is a real unique product in that anyone can program it, from kindergartners all the way up to 12th graders. And it has several different programming languages that allow the littles, the mediums, or the bigs to go ahead and use this. So this can be gone from grade to grade to grade, or classroom to classroom to classroom, even in the schools, from a kindergarten to 6th grader. We use for different things, but you can make his eyebrows move, you can make him walk, they can play soccer. dance, whatever, all sorts.
That's so cool.
We got these speakers. Help me out with this, Romaine.
These are student headsets. Let's see, these are by school phones. So these were actually made from the previous principal. He decided to start a company and decided to start his own headphone company. What's unique from other headphones is that they are unbreakable practically, so you can stretch them, stop
We need
on
that.
whatever. And then students often love to
Chew on it. I was gonna ask you about
always
that.
get damaged. So another cool thing with these is that these are interchangeable. So you could just swap this out and switch it out as opposed to getting a whole new.
And they start at like $9.
That's it? $9?
And they have a boom so you can have a mic on it.
Y'all, that is
This is a new
awesome.
product. We haven't been able to play with this yet, but it allows you to play music. So a K through 2 music game.
Oh, cool.
And then,
That's
I think
it?
that is, we have, there's more and other things we didn't bring, but all sorts of stuff in STEM and STEAM.
That's so cool, y'all. Prologis. All right. Send us information. We'll post it. There you are. Prologis. There you are. All right. .com. Thank you. All right. Woo, we got chat. The Eagles are in the house. Yep, you're good.
So we're a technical college, meaning that we have associate's degrees, diplomas, and certificates. The associate's degree will take you about 2 years, diplomas will take about a year and a half, and then certificates will take as long as So what we have here is our career guides. This is a book that tells you all about every single program that we offer in our college. You can also find all this information on our website at cherokee.edu. And if we don't have a program that meets the student's interest, we have these.
I got kicked out. Hold on. Here we go. We're back. All right, we're back. Okay.
So we have so many technical degrees and programs like automotive, welding, cosmetology. If you want to be a preschool teacher, we got that.
Truck driving. You
Truck
can get your
driving.
Zia.
Yeah, I mean, literally whatever you can think of, we have it. But if we don't have it, we have these courses that you can take. They all transfer, they guarantee to transfer every public college and technical college within the university system of Georgia. So these are going to be like your first year of college, first 2 years, general core classes like your math, English, history, and science. This is just our ebook flyer, tells you all about our college. Like I said, you can find all this information on our website. We have a great opportunity through the technical college system in Georgia called the Hope Career Grant. It's like the Hope Scholarship and the Hope Grant, but it's an added plus on top of it. All of these majors right here, these are all programs that the state deems as needed. They'll pay students extra money on top of the money that they would get from grants and scholarships to go through the programs. And you can see here that these are the awarded amounts. So a full-time student would get $500 a semester on top of what they already get in like state and federal aid. It's a great opportunity, something really awesome for students to take a hold of. There's so many different programs for students to be part of, like
Well, it's awesome. I will say I'm a student there now.
And then we have dual enrollment. So students starting in 11th grade can take fully funded classes, like they don't even pay for textbooks, up to 30 credit hours. So it's about 10 classes, give or take a few. It's a really great opportunity for students to make grades that will transfer back to the high school, but will also follow them after high school through their college career. So yeah.
Chat.
Reach out if you have any questions. Like I said, chatting
Thank you so much. All right, here we go. And Arden started. Good help.
Catherine, I'm Stacy. I'm here as an advocate for the high school students all across the board in our great state of Georgia. Today,
Catherine, we can't hear.
to go and breathe and take their mask down and have some good food. So I'm representing today the Rub Pickup Station. This is an incentive that will allow children to order their Grub Hubs at a fraction of the cost, and we will have a station in the green space areas in the schools to where they can utilize the pavilions or the green areas. Currently, there's nothing like that right now, and the kids that have anxiety about going to the cafeterias are refusing lunches. And the ones that have lunches, they may be able, if the teacher permits, to eat in their class, but some are suffering and it's causing a lot of anxiety. So with this incentive, this would allow a child who, even if they left their lunch by mistake, would be able to go onto the website, click on whatever is being offered today, just like we have here. There is Mindfulness Mondays where Chick-fil-A, Subway would be offered, and even a small business sponsor or vendor, they could order. It would be on the website. So they would click what they wanted. It would be a healthy alternative for them to have to eat. And as long as they can get it in by 8:30, they can be ensured that their lunch will be ready for pickup at the Grub Hub pickup station at their lunchtime. So we want to push this because there is an awareness here that needs to be raised, because some kids are, like I said, not eating. They need to think. The high schoolers, they're going to be taking care of us. So we want to take care of them right now and make sure that they have the essentials that they need, along with a great, healthy, nourishing lunch meal. And also there's a great opportunity for small businesses, such as the food trucks. We want to push the food truck Fridays, because on the food truck Fridays, this will be open to small businesses, and that will offer affordable lunches for teachers, administrators, and anyone who at the school needs something to eat. And they can also stay for the games on Friday. So once they finish with lunch, they can migrate if there's a game that day and do a little tailgate. So that would give an incentive for small business. And right now we want to give that to small businesses because there is a movement there.
Right.
And also anything in regards to green, like that would be open also to the produce people, that have small like food stands or something like that. So, and I have Gordon's Garden here because at the Grub Pickup Station, we would have this on hand. So just say a child needs something like a smoothie or something like that, this would be an affordable price. They can always grab this. They'll be open from 10:30 to 1:30. So if it's 10 o'clock and a child is between classes or, don't really want to have like a full lunch, then they can get a nutritional smoothie. Or, you have something like energy pickup, or even the immunity. If you feel like your immunity is pretty low, we have one that is it's immunity now. So right away,
that's so cool.
It's not trying to. So that's it. What I, wanted to say today in regards to everyone that there is a right.
That's awesome. This is Stacy Ratcliffe 0@gmail.com. If you need more information.
Yes.
Stacy Radcliffe 0@gmail.com.
Yes.
That is awesome. Wallace High School. Yeah, I'm all for this. I'm a high school mom. Yes, thank you. All right, here we go. Shoot the hooch, y'all. All right, let's go tubing and kayaking. This is Bill.
You should reverse it now for you. You're so happy.
I know. Hey, all right. I do like to kayak. Not gonna lie. All right. There's Bill and Barbara.
We're only
That's it.
45 minutes away. That's all.
That's it.
75 to 85. We've been doing it for 22 years. It started in 1969. Absolutely no issues with safety. We'll take care of you. We do fundraisers. So if you want to bring a group in, we'll help you make money.
That's awesome. I'm excited. That's so cool. So we could do like end of the year party as a fundraiser and go kayaking or tubing.
Yeah, we can do something in the afternoons and weekends.
And afternoons and weekends. And then do we have like guys to help with like I'm thinking middle school, high school, so they might not need too much.
It's very safe, but we have people in the river with orange pants and bright green shirts. And you
Nice.
can't miss us. Even if you fall asleep, we wake you up.
That's awesome. All right. Okay, we're gonna go to Kona Ice now. Thank you guys. We're so happy you're here. Shoot the hooch. All right, y'all. Let's go to our Kona Ice. Here we go. Well, I see Mr. Miramonte. It's a long walk. There they are. Here's Terry. It's Kona Ice, y'all.
Come on out. Have a free one.
Have a free one.
Enjoy the sun.
Yes, it is so nice today. It really is nice today, y'all. Okay, and what can you guys do for PTA?
Oh, well, all kinds of things. We can do spirit days where we raise money for you guys. We can come out to fall festivals. We can come out and do rewards for PTA membership. We can do class parties. We can do field days. We can do, and anytime we come out to you, we give you 20% off if you're buying, or we give you 20% back of whatever we sell when we're on campus. So 20% back to you either way. So there's no idea that's too unusual. We'll try anything.
Hey, we have them at the pool all the time. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to keep sending people out. Okay, hold on, switching view. Okay, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for participating today. We do appreciate that you all came. And this is the official end of School of Information for you virtual folks. Go get some lunch. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.